Did you know that this week a biotech company has presented how it can actually reverse cirrhosis, one of the diseases with the fewest solutions and no available therapies? Science, move forward. And so do these company shares, jumping 117%. Stick around as we review this scientific milestone and learn about the 3 best biotech stocks of the week. Welcome to Taxi Biotech, a show that brings you news and updates from the biotechnology world, helping you understand its impact on the stock market. The stock data I show here is just an indicator of how companies and their clinical trials are developing and should not be taken as investment advice. This is purely for entertainment. We begin our usual review of the week's best biotech stocks. The top 3 performers have been Silexion, Akero and Sellas. Let's begin with the star of the week, Akero, which presented its phase 2 results where cirrhosis was statistically reversed, a milestone achieved for the first time. 39% of the patients who took Akero drugs improved their condition by more than 1 point in the classification of steatohepatitis associated with metabolic dysfunction, without any worsening of their disease. They also show that the drug's long-term use amplifies its effects. It's true that the placebo data were somewhat high, but the improvement is statistically significant, so it's okay. And remember, this is just a phase 2 trial, so confirmation in a phase 3, already underway, is still needed, but it's excellent news for patients. The stock price immediately reflect the good results with more than 100% jump. And how does it work? Akero has developed a molecule that mimics the biological effect of fibroblast growth factor 21. It blocks the process triggered by liver stress, which then lead to inflammation and progression to fibrosis. In this presentation that they explain more about this molecular mechanism. FGF21 is a natural growth factor that appears in response to liver stress and helps repair the liver when we consume alcohol or have dietary disorders. Genetic failure of FGF21 has been linked to liver problems. So, Akero designed a fusion protein to efficiently stimulate the FGF21 receptor, providing a very strong signal to liver cells. Other molecules have been tested, but this one has the best pharmacodynamics. Monovalent or other complements are tested, but they haven't worked as well. The issue with this disease is that prolonged stress can desensitize the receptor. That's why a Akero molecule is effective. It provides a more potent stimulus for those liver cells that had become insensitive to the natural molecule. In short, this drug stimulation gives the liver a very strong signal to self-regenerate. Last November, Akero presented promising data. If you are following these stocks, it's worth watching for such data release to consider positioning yourself in these companies before their phase 2 or phase 3 results. Right after announcing the good results, Akero did a capital rise. The stock price didn't even blink, and they raised 400 million, covered the cost of their phase 3 trials. These are already in progress, with results expected in 2026 and 2027. There is a lot of hope riding on this, but this company has competition. Madrigal, for example, with resmetirom, they already have this drug for NASH without cirrhosis on the market, generating around 200 million in revenue in their first year. They have also trials for cirrhosis. As a potential direct competition, Madrigal stock dropped 10% when Akero's news appeared. These opportunities are short-lived. Madrigal stock returned to its previous levels because Akero drug still has a long way to go before hitting the market, and Madrigal itself is working on expanding use resmetirom to cirrhosis. So it's a good opportunity here. 89Bio is also testing an analog for the same molecule as Akero. Just because Akero molecule demonstrated efficacy, 89Bio stock jumped 50% in the same day. And they also took the chance to raise capital. This is insane, but you know, different companies with similar molecules can be affected by the results of the other. Next up this week is Silexion with a 4x gain in 2 days after releasing a press note on a preclinical study in mice. Over the years, I've noticed that preclinical results don't usually move the stock of a large company, but the small ones like Silexion, but with a market cap of 7 millions, with a very low float, only 2 million shares, and some short positions open, are prone to this short squeeze. It's a risky move because it can also drop 30% without warning. I'll make another video with tips on this kind of strategies. Hit like button and comment if you like that. And the final standout of these 3 stocks of the week, Sellas Life Science with a 61% jump and still rising in the pre-market today on Monday. They announced an interim phase 3 data and review by the committee advising them to continue the trial. They have a phase 3 trial that apparently increased survival rates in acute leukemia. However, I haven't found any solid data to review its efficacy. Maybe I haven't searched well enough, but so far I haven't found it. I do see some doubts from user on X, every links in the comment below, and I noticed that after their results from the phase 2 trial in December, the stock didn't perform well, falling almost 30%. So I'm not entirely sure about this company's development. Let me know in the comments if you have more information. And finally, we reach to our weekly takeaways. We've seen again how similar molecules are affected by positive results from their competitors, and how we can take advantage of these if the new competitive drug is going to take a while to reach the market, like Madrigal this week. We've also seen how crucial share float can be when there is some scientific progress, like with Silexion. And remember, good data in diseases that have no current treatments can be huge winners, but you might want to wait after the initial revaluation to find a better entry price. And that's all for today's video. If you like, let me know in the comments. Goodbye!